battle.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'll be talking about how I achieved Tekken King on Arena. So main thing that you're gonna need is punishment training. So when I'm doing punishment training, I'm putting on like what, 2 options. First, go through all of them, right? Go through all of them one by one, you know. Start with 1, put it on hard, and make sure you turn out the attack warning and just look at the move until you're comfortable with the move. You know, that's -14 down forward 1 2. Then you go to the second one, right? Look at the move. This is also while rising 1. But yeah, just look at it first. And then just punish, right? And then put both of them on, right? Just put both of them on. And then see if you can get it like correct without messing up. See if you can get both of them without messing up. And when this starts feeling easy, right? When this starts feeling easy, maybe you can do 3 at once. But you don't gotta put them all on at once. Just so your body can get the muscle memory. And also when you get good enough, you can just come in here, right? Set on 2 things and you don't even have to look at your screen. Like you can just put like Dragon Ball or something on a second monitor or something. Just be watching Dragon Ball and then out the corner of your eye, you can just be punishing this stuff when you get comfortable. And that has also helped you get your like twitch turns up. This is -15. Yeah. Most Brians will do the tick 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 and then finally do the right hand. And when they finally do that right hand, make sure you launch them for it, for spamming all those left hands on your block. This is 4 2 3. There we go. Yeah, this is just based off memory, I'm not gonna lie. I basically did this for like a ton of characters, mainly the characters that I really struggle with. Brian was one of them. Zafina, I lapped her extensively. Asuka, there's quite a few. There's quite a few that I had to actually come in here and, you know, come into punishment training and you really lock in, you know, because if you just playing ranked all the time, you only get like what, 2 sets, right? 2 sets to adapt. So you got to use these features like the punishment training and make sure you're using replays, because sometimes the games just go by so fast, like you can't even tell what you got blown up or ran over with. So make sure you're checking those replays, and replays will definitely help as well. And punishment training definitely helped me greatly because it allows you to like run your offense, right? You can just run whatever offense you want, and then when somebody like randomly think, oh, they got to read, and let's say you blocking, they're gonna throw out -13 and then bagoosh, you know the punish. You just automatically do it. And it's probably the worst nightmare for them because they basically just can't get anything going. Okay, let's see. The number one, not the number one, but the second topic, there we go, is with punishment. You know, because in these ranks, in blue ranks, you know, blue rank hell, everybody is whiffing because they're just trying to, you know, see what you get a feel for you, I guess. They're trying to catch you lacking. Like Brian right here, he would do like an orbital into like a 4-4-2 to try to catch you, you know, coming in trying to punish his orbital. So you just gotta know your opponent. So you gotta just see what they're doing. But most people just be whiffing just to whiff. I ain't gonna lie. Some people, I guess they don't know the distance of their moves and they try to do like a 4-4-2 and it just whiffs. So make sure you sharp. If you can't get the down forward 2 or your electric or anything like that punish, just try to go for anything. I'm not gonna lie, I'd be 1-1-2 in a ton. Like if somebody this close and they just whiff something, like let's say they do like a 2-1, I'm gonna just 1-1-2 them, you know? Even though I should probably be doing down forward 2, you know? I guess I'll get more optimal or electric, but I'm not there yet. So just take what you can get. I'm not gonna lie. Don't try to, you know, do the slowest, you know, punish or something, and then you just missed the whole whiff punish, and then you just did a 1-1-2 on this block, and now it's time for you to die. So be very careful with that, you know what I'm saying? Be very careful. Talking point 3, so we got another one, is know your character frames on hit and on block, because moves on block can give you plus frames, as you should know by these ranks. Like if I do 4 here on this block, I'm +2. If I do this, I'm +6. If I do this, I'm +8, you know? Hold on. There we go. I'm +8 with the stance transition. And in most runners, you know, we'll do the 2 because they can't step at -8. So the 2 is basically a lockdown. You know, you lock them down. If they don't know the matchup, they're most likely going to get hit by it. But if they do know the matchup, they'll just block. And you can also use that against them because you can then start doing like this into, wait, this into stance, and then health sweep. Boom. You know, just throw them off. Or this if you want to be safer. You know what I'm saying? You can use that just to try to open them up a bit. You know, you don't have to really force it. And then moves on hit that's really good is like sidestep 4. Hold on. Let me turn off counter hit. It should be neutral on hit, right? It's neutral on hit, so you can still step again. Most people think after you throw this, you're just gonna back up, or you know, so they'll try to check you with a 1-1 or their quickest button. So you can just sidestep, you know, sidestep out there, or if you know they're a jabber and they're gonna 1-1 you, just crouch and then high crush them. But if you don't know what they're gonna do, you can just, you know, kick them and then step to their weak side. So whatever side they're weak to. So if they're weak to left, you would step this way. If they're weak to right, up close, you would step this way. You know what I'm saying? And then you can also mix up, let's say like you condition them enough with the lows, so now every time you step, they just ducking. You know, hard ducking. That's when your 4-4 comes out and you get your hit confirmed heat engager. Or you can just boom, you know, sidestep 1-1. Boom, look at that. Look at that down there. +7. It is so good. It is so good. I can't stress this enough. This right here, you don't always have to do down 4-1-2. Just going +7 allows you to get a free 4-4-2, time to run offense. Or you can do another down 4-1-1, or you can do another sidestep, or you can do, you know, the overhead. You know, that +7 is very crucial. So make sure y'all are definitely using that. And then every time you go plus, right? Every time you go plus, you don't have to do like a 1-1 or something super predictable. You can just do this, right? And then into a hell sweep. People won't even expect it because they're expecting the jab or the down 4-1-1. So you just got to see what your opponent doing. Like, I go against a couple people in Tekken King rank. I hit them with 4-4 and they immediately just hold down. That's because they know the mix. They know that you will do a hell sweep sometimes. But if they know that, just down 4-1-2 confirm. You know what I'm saying? But it is kind of hard to get sometimes on Arena because connection can mess it up and stuff like that. But it shouldn't be too hard. So make sure y'all using that for sure. But I can't stress how good Sidestep 4 is. Sidestep 4 is like a must use. It definitely opens up the opponent a ton. Down back 4 is also very good because you can counter hit confirm it. You hear that sound, and let me turn this on real quick. Now you hear the different sound. So as soon as you hear that different sound, you just 1+2 confirm. You don't even have to look over and look for the counter hit. You don't have to look over for that. You just hear the sound, oh, it counter hit, boom, 1+2. It's so good, and then it also wall splats. So you can use it as Oki. It's very good as Oki as well. But I still think CD3 is a lot better. Not gonna lie. CD3's, I use this a lot more. Oh yeah, CD3 is a very good move to use because it has somewhat tracking. It doesn't track 1000% of the time, but it got some great tracking to it. So make sure y'all using that. Obviously use your electrics, learn your electrics. I mean, if you don't know how to use electrics by now, it's kind of cool. You're not really gonna need it yet. But in the higher ranks, I think you might have to need it because this is very good at like, you know, catching somebody's timing. It's a very good timing tool. Also, forward 2-3. Forward 2-3 hit confirm is gotta be one of the best moves ever because you can do 4-2-3 fast, right? And then you can start 4-2-3 delay, right? So they get comfortable. They're getting conditioned, right? They're getting conditioned, and then you can do 4-2-3, or you can do 4-2, you know, into the low. 4-2 hell sweep, you know what I'm saying? 4-2 mid check, 4-2 high crush, you know. Down 2, 1+2. Beguster. There we go. 50% health bar, guaranteed. What else? What else can we talk about? Let me see. Oh yeah, defense, man. Don't always just be holding block like this. Don't always just be turtling, you know, because there's things you can do. You can sidestep, you can interrupt, you can duck and launch. I see a lot of arena mains, man. A lot of arena mains. One specifically, if they're watching this video, they know exactly who I'm talking about. If you duck a string, right? Do not do while standing 1 all the time. It's situations where you can do while standing 1, like let's say there's a mid coming right after the high, like you got to be quick and in there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can get away with this. But if it's not like a mid coming and they just completely whiff the entire high, just go with this, man. Just go with that. Just go with that. And then if you want to be extra safe and you're really scared about the high somehow clipping you, go with this, you know what I'm saying? Just go with that and you'll be straight. Look, you're getting how much damage? You're getting 76 damage plus wall. Let's say I did a wall combo right there. That would have did like probably 90 something damage versus getting how much is this? 34. That's a huge damage gap that you're missing out on by not launching your opponent. So make sure you're ducking. Hold on. I spent my heat. Make sure you're ducking and launching your opponent. Because this damage, man, it's hard to get this damage. And when it's just given to you on a silver platter, you know what I'm saying? You just got to take it. You got to take it. You cannot allow them to get away with that. Let's see what else. Did we hit all the talking points that I wanted to talk about? Oh, yeah, whiff punishment with 3-4-4. So there's situations where, let's say, at the rage art or something like that, your opponent's going to be like this distance, right? And you got to heat. So just heat up immediately. Hold back, right? And then they are desperate to kill you. So they will run in. Most likely of the time, they will run in because their health bar is lower. They got to make some risk. So just 3 + 4-4 will carry you so much on these people that's just going to run in. Especially the Elisa mains. The Elisa mains don't care. They run in, get hit, stand back up, run back in, get hit again, you know. So make sure you're using that a lot. Condition with side step forward, like I said earlier. Condition with 4-2-3. 4-2-3 delay, you know, delay, and then 4-2, you know, mix. Like start mixing that stuff. And make sure you practicing your wall combos, because with Reina, bro, her wall combo damage is scary. Like look at that, boom, 70 damage off a freaking wall combo. And the wall combos upgrade her normal, you know, combo. So let's say her normal combo do like 65, 70-ish damage. If you get wall on that, that is gonna look like a 90, 100 damage combo. Like let me show you. Let me show you how much the wall combo can upgrade Reina. Let's go Urgent Square.
Get ready for the
watch how much damage this combo finna do. It's finna be absolutely insane. You gotta start doing this. Hold on, let me make sure my electric on point. There we go. Whoa, buddy. Whoa, hold on. Cut the cameras. What was that? Miss input of doom. There we go. Run up. This should hit, right? There we go. 104. Normally I get 108 off that combo. But you know, it is what it is. It's a pretty good combo. I think I probably messed something up in there. But that upgraded her combo a ton just by doing a wall ender. And that's not even the most optimal. You could do the back 1-on-1 there, I'm pretty sure. But you got to be very sharp. I just go with the one stump in that situation just because I know it does a ton of damage and it's less execution. But if I'm not that close, let's say like not that far away, but if I'm this close to the wall, I wouldn't go for that. I would go for this right here. Alright, hold on. I dropped it. I wasn't too sure about my combo there. This should hit, right? Okay, yeah, that's not gonna hit. That will only hit off of electric. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. You know, 76 plus Oki. Shawnee be telling me to do the grab. The grab is pretty good. The grab is very great, but people be ducking it. So I'd be doing either the 2 or the stump. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna start doing the grab more. I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna see how consistent I can get damage off of it. You know. What else? What else? Oh yeah, just grab more in general. While we talking about grabs, grab a ton more. I just struggle with placing my grabs, so I really didn't do it that much. Like if you watch my Tekken King run or the first part, or like you seen the stream when I was streaming it, I didn't grab that much. I'm not gonna lie, I was mainly throwing hands. But grab is literally free damage, especially if your opponent don't know how to take throws and they got like a 40 defense. That's always a good sign. So in between matches, let's say like you win or lose, before you ready up, just see what their stats are. You know, get a feel for the type of player they are. If you see like 40 to 30 defense, you need to be spamming grabs. I'm not gonna lie to you, they're not taking those. That's one great sign about checking people's stats, is you can see exactly how they're going to be approaching the game. They got like 100 attack, 40 defense. They have never had to block a day in their life. They probably playing some character like Elisa or something like that, and they're not going to block. They're going to somehow figure out a way to power crush you off of them. They're going to jab you off of them. They're going to step out of the way or something. They're not finna sit there and block. they just gonna duck for no reason and launch you. Yeah, those are the players you got to be careful on when you're taking your frames too as well. And then another thing, when you're running your offense, look at what your opponent is doing to get out of your offense. Like I was just talking about the Lisa mains ducking for no reason, jabbing you out, stepping you out. Figure out when they like to do that, because a lot of people love the step after this move right here. 4-4-2 Sentai 3+4. So normally I will automatically do this. If this doesn't hit them, right, and I see that they didn't step, that's when I'd be like, okay, I'm dealing with a linear player here. And that's when I'll start running, you know, down 4-1 after, down 4-1-1, just to see if I can get a counter hit. Because if I get a counter hit down 4-1-1, I'm +7. It's time to run my offense again. So that's when my 4-4-2 whips out and all that. You know what I'm saying? Or that's when my hell sweep comes out. Because I'm +7. They really not going to press because oh, I just got hit. Maybe I should back up. And when they backing up, thinking about backing up, it's time to hit them with a low. They're not even thinking about the low. So, you know, just see what your opponent doing. Some people, like I was saying earlier, like on 4-4, they'll just duck for no reason. Like, they get hit by 4-4 and then they just hard duck. So, you just got to see when they like to duck. Because then I'll just down 4-1 to them. Just like that for a wall splat. We went over punishment. We went over with punishment. We went over the frame data, learning your frames, learning your frames on hit and on block. Went over that. We went over frame trapping, mixing with hell sweep. We went over how good sidestep 4-4, not sidestep 4-4, but sidestep 4, 4-2-3, conditioning. You gotta use those. 3+4-4 with punishment. 3+4-4 in heat. You might as well just throw it, bro. Down to 1+2. We went over that move after heat engages, right? Yeah, at the heat engages on Reina, down to 1+2, please. Unless it's a matchup specific where characters got insanely good parries, or like Raven can teleport out. Instead of you know, down to 1+2 against those matchups, you would do the buffer input for electric. You see how I did the electric twice in my command history? You just do forward, use CD1, not CD1, but forward, crouch dash, and then 2. And then it'll just automatically come out like frame perfect almost. And then if you get the launcher, you know, it's combo. That combo was absolute ass. But you know what I'm saying? That's pretty good. You know, you can also hell sweep off heat engager to mix people up, you know, make them think about ducking sometimes. Some people be doing CD3 off heat engager, but nah, I wouldn't recommend that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really see that much of a benefit of doing that because you give up your turn. At least with electric on block, you're +5. You know, you can keep your turn. You can run your 4-4-2 after that, or you can run hell sweep or something, depending on how far they back. But yeah, I think we went over pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. We talked about grabbing more, looking at your opponent. Really do that one. Really look at your opponent. Your opponent will tell you exactly how to beat them. Like, if you throw 4-4-2 into Sin 3+4 and they step in every single time, they basically saying, hey bro, hit me with your best homing move. And the best homing move on Reina would be 3-4, knockdown, and then you run Sin 4. You run Sentai 4, boom. They're gonna get hit like that, or they're gonna stand up and boom. When they get hit by Sin 4 on block, how much is it? I think it's like +5, +4. Hold on. Stand block. Yeah, +4. It's still your turn. It's still your turn to get in there. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you really paying attention, because they will tell you exactly how to kill them. Exactly. So lock in. Learn how to run your offense on your plus frames. Do not always try to run your offense on minus frames or in neutral. Don't try to skip neutral. You still got to play neutral. So in neutral, you need to be looking, you know, you can, you know, jab check a little bit to see what they're doing. Try to get their timing and be like, oh, got his timing. Boom. You just hit them with electric, kill them. You know what I'm saying? But I think we went over everything I wanted to touch on, everything that carried me to Tekken King. Hope this helped you guys. Y'all try this out in y'all next match. It's been your boy Dex, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.